mean, that's you know, the whole question about being a musician. What do I get out of it? I feel like, you know, that whole answer was just bullshit. And really, I mean, what I like is being liked, and I like, you know, having people watch me, and I enjoy performing. You know, I mean, if I had, you know, I'd like to be an actor or anything. I just really dig performing. You know.
Tough for parents to realize all that their hopes and dreams are going into a rock band.
I think my mom would like to come see me play sometime.
She's never seen you play?
She has here and there, you know, but not in a while.
My father probably doesn't really understand putting so much effort into something that is not a normal career where money is involved.
My cousins were at that show in Boston, which is really weird.
I don't want my cousins to like influence me too much.
Just make it wild.
I can't help it.
I love when someone that doesn't, like when I've had sort of relatives or something come, I love to think about the fact that they're going, what the hell?
I don't want to be normal. I want to be accepted.
Well, they don't accept you.
I don't know if they
Mick
will.
Jagger's accepted, isn't he?
That's
Come
what he said. He
on.
goes, hey, I'm talking to Mick Jagger. Oh, no, I'm not.
Knee pads. All right.
I don't know. I just started, you know. I mean, I've been playing drums since I was 10 or something.
I took lessons probably when I was a junior in high school or something, and it was just pathetic. You know, I couldn't do anything.
The only other thing I ever thought I might do was be a veterinarian. So I mean, it's not really.
Still I feel I'm sinking. Still I feel I'm sinking. Boy, I really got something in my throat. Just like the big shows.
It was so frustrating. It's like, I'm never going to be able to be in a band. And music at that point, when I went to see a band, it was at the Coliseum, and music was so distant from me. It was like there were these guys that did the music way up there, who you never really saw. It was very mysterious, which was exciting in one way. But when you then pick up a guitar and think, I want to do this, there's too much of a gap. So eventually I gave up on the lessons and I put the guitar away. And I went to work in a record store in like, I guess, 77, right when I got out of school. I bought the Pistols album, and I bought the Patti Smith's first or second album. So I was like, this stuff is great, and it sounds like I could play it, you know? So me and the people that I knew at that time started playing some guitar, and at the same time we discovered that there was a punk rock scene in New Haven, and you could go there and you could see bands, you know, as close as I am to you. It was amazing. There they were, and you could talk to them afterwards, and you could see them on the street, and you know, you could do it. You could play Wednesday night, you know. And so all of a sudden it was like, wow, I'm going to do this. And then through various things, I hooked up with Mark. We played in other things together, and Mark had been a drummer in bands. And then when all these various things had fallen apart, Mark and I, who had become friends, said, well, why don't we try to make some music? I was like, well, Mark, you sing, because I certainly can't, and you've sung a little bit in bands that you've been in. So he decided he'd be the singer, and I was like, well, why don't you try to write the words? And I can't write any words. And so we wrote some songs. And as it developed a little bit, we made a tape. Somehow one got to Sounds in Britain, and they reviewed it. And they said it was good, you know. And by that time we'd come up with the name. We thought we had to have a name, so we came up with the name. And then all of a sudden it was like, wow, maybe we could be a band. And someone came up to us and said, well, I'll make a record with you guys. I'll put up half, you put up half. And we're like, well, geez, okay, we'll make a record. And then we said, well, then we got 1,000 of those. Like, oh, geez, what are we going to do with these 1,000 records? And, you know, before we knew it, I mean, we sent a lot out. We sent hundreds of them out, and we did what we could. And before you knew it, we were reordering and reordering. The thing eventually has probably sold 20,000 records out of our basement. And, you know, that's how it all happened. It's very odd to look back on it. I think after The Backyard came out, we got a letter from someone who had said that listening to our record had helped them get over the death of their father. And Mark and I are looking at the letter going, oh my God, what, you know. I think that was definitely the first time where it really struck me that people are listening to the music and it's having the same effect on them as music has had on me.
I think some people think that it's an act, that Ray and I are putting on some sort of act.
Nothing matters what I say. I'd rather burn this bouquet than get away. Just to see if you could never lie.
band is we're very close. We're very have a really easy, just a really incredibly easy time of existing with each other. On trips or whatever. There's never anything between us at all.
Taking it low tonight. I can't really sing that good tonight. I hate to say it. I wish I could sing better, but
Take the Veeder path.
I'm low in confidence.
Look at that painting. Look at that painting.
What's on the back? What's that? Check out the back.
Get that back.
Check the back out. The Beatles.
The Beatles
What is it?
are born to be wild.
No.
Sweet! Woo! Woo!
Don't eat the ice. You know what happened? Couldn't bite.
Stimulus butt came by.
It's all melting away.
We're really
Gig by gig.
Really, a bottle opener. Sentimental value? Hey, you get a bottle opener in the executive dressing room? Sentimental value?
Can you guys read? Open
The candy. Vodka.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Everybody sing hallelujah. The Lord is risen, it is true. Everybody sing hallelujah.
Never done? Imagine if I was this tall.
Hey, Scott, how are you? But we've never had the problems that you hear about where, like, there's fist fights or, like, The Who or something, someone breaks a chair over somebody's head. I mean, I would just walk out, that'd be it. In any situation, if someone broke a chair over my head, I wouldn't come back.
Okay,
Brad slips in first.
camera. Slow it down. You're going way too fast.
There's always strains. You're in a recording studio and, big clock on the wall is ticking by and it's hundreds of dollars and you're screwing up your part and you take it out on one of the guys in your band if you can, or if you're in the same van for 6 or 8 weeks in a row, things can get a little tense, but I think we're very close. You have to be. Lock him up! Let's go! Whoa! Get him up! You too with the video camera. Let's go! Quick! Lock the camera. Lock it.
Bring the time back.
Pacific time zone.
I don't understand these bands that don't speak with each other. The ones that punch and the ones that don't speak, I don't understand that. I wouldn't be able to live that way.
I don't think we'll ever break up. I don't think we'll ever say, we don't exist.
Hallelujah. Black it out.
The lock, Scott?
Lock.
Lock?
Tight.
Sweet.
There is definitely something about the music business that is so repelling that it's the one thing, of all the things that have ever happened, that's the one thing that makes me want to quit. There's a lot of bands in a situation with their label where it's not a happy marriage. But I do hate the music business, and I can't stress it enough, but I'm in it. Either there's, it's sort of like either quit or shut up. Right now, I don't see the end of the problem that we have now, which is, basically we're on a label that has shrunk to much less than they were, which is, they didn't have far to go. So now we're sort of trapped and we can't really proceed. We can't make a record and we can't make a record for somebody else. I have optimism that we'll get on a different label or something will change and we'll be on a different label and it'll be better. But I know that, like, there's a little voice in me that says it'll always be the same. It can only really change possibly through having success where you're able to somehow bypass the actual business part of it and do your own business and just go around them and then just give them the record and let them do their part of it. They tried to make us work and they didn't, and it's all right. I don't blame them. I don't have sour grapes about it. But now I want to continue and they can't. So I think they should let us leave. But that's not the business way things work. I don't like that a lot of the people that are involved in it, they don't really love music. I mean, I think some of them think they do, but they love money more than they love music.
I don't know that there's many people I've met in the music business that I would want to know if I wasn't in a band.
Some people are really obvious. You see how they're looking at you, They're looking at you as a chance to make money or to further themselves.
There's making a record, and in the next breath, it's the promotional budget and the plan and the tour, and all they do is live the total package all the time, 24 hours a day, and all their friends are in the music business, and all they talk about is the music business, and I've gotten horribly bored with all that. And that's fine. I mean, maybe that's what makes you successful. Maybe if you do it 24 hours a day, every day of the year, and everyone you know is in the music business, maybe you then become successful in the music business, but having a fulfilling life and a well-rounded life might leave something to be desired. I mean, I've made plenty of friends in music. I met my wife through being in a band, you know, so it's not like there's bad, they're all idiots.
It's been, the first part of the last tour we did was really hard. I mean, the last year we did a long tour called the We Are All Lost Tour, and the first part of it was just agony, you know, because we had a different expectation of where we were. You know, we just signed to a bigger label it's a bigger label. We thought that we were going to be a lot more well known, and it was going to be different than it had been, and it was not only not different, but it was almost a little worse. So we went through that part of the tour, and so going on stage in those days was like, it was almost, I hate to say this for anyone that was at the shows, but it was just like, you know, here we go again, you know, this sucks. And then we sort of decided to organize a tour again, you know, part two, which was more into the fall, on our own terms, which was not to involve the record company and not to involve anything of any kind of like corporate nature. And so we went out and did that and had a fantastic time.
So, another town we went to was St. Louis. And we went up in the Big Arch. If you've been out to St. Louis, been up in the Big Arch. It's worth the trip. Really was worth the trip.
And we started playing this Monday night gig, which was under a fake name, and you know, no one knew who we were, no one cared who we were, and so it was a whole different thing. It wasn't like being on tour. It was nothing to do with anything we had ever done, and it was just going down to this bar and playing on the house equipment, and then, you know, basically being kicked off after half an hour because, you know, that was our time limit. So anyway, it's gone through a progression in the last year to a place I really like the way it feels now.
there's a studio in a whorehouse.
Let's just bang out all the basics tonight.
Boom.
Snaked into the chorus. Into it style. You want to listen to it and sing along downstairs? See what we got?
Do you guys want to listen to it?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I enjoy listening to it.
Hey, you ready to listen to it, alright?
Yeah, thank you.
I like listening more than like.
Songs first.
Funny.
I love the song. Leave it open, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And how would you like that?
Punch suck.
You, Matty? Okay. Drew!
You have to cue.
You have to tell me, I have no idea where it is.
It's not. Yeah, I can play it. It's just not.
Yeah, it doesn't have that same thing to it. Fuck.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to play it the same way. You know, I'm not going to play it as lilting. I'm just going to be keeping up. Yeah.
It's too fast.
It's way too fast. This chorus seems like it seems weird. The second one seems a lot better. It's out of time, or it's just like a weird. It's terrible. Just do it again.
If everybody thinks it's good, then no.
It's different. How about the rest of the track? Just that chorus, or do you feel like the whole thing is? Are there other places?
Well, if it doesn't start at the right speed, it goes into a different speed, it kind of immediately then stays there.
Right.
So what's the point then? I don't know. Don't be pissed. I'm sorry that it's no good. There's no point in being pissed off about it, though. Well, why are you pissed?
I'm not pissed. It's just,
You see,
I can't understand why you wait till now to tell us that it was fucked up.
Well, he wasn't singing on it before.
I wasn't singing to it. I mean, what's the problem? It just doesn't sound good. It's not like it's.
No problem at all.
But it seems like a problem. That's the worst part.
Well, I just got to do it again.
I think you should just play all together. I think that's the only way it's going to actually.
Acoustic guitar is going to suffer incredibly.
But then could we
If he
add
plays it
more
there.
than not
You
hardly
can
use
sit in
that
here
one?
with me.
Well, how about if
It
we?
seems like everybody has to hear everybody else, especially at that part where it's all three people hitting at different times. It just doesn't.
mean,
Plus, it just seems too draggy. You know, it's like it's now it's.
do you think it's too slow?
To sing it is very like.
Why don't we just do it completely live?
Sheila Bay.
I'm sorry. I got thrown by your
Yeah, I got thrown by the singing.
Let's try it again,
It's
man.
working good for me though. I feel
I
good.
felt my vocal a little bit, so. So what happened there? Did I hold it too long or something?
I think so. That's when Ray and I are going to start it, but I can't. He's not playing it with us.
Yeah, but if you don't do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, he's never gonna know what to do.
Okay.
It's gonna take all night.
All right.
So just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
and it'll be on the tape. And then when we're mixing it, hopefully we'll just be able to mute you out.
Or it'll be cool.
Or it'll be cool. Just don't scream it, but you know,
Keep it as soft as you can. It'll be in the back.
just so that it's on the tape, or we're all fucked.
You don't play any
You know what I mean?
drums in that first chorus?
No, I do, but
Oh.
I'm going to put them in later.
You're making it even hard.
You're gonna put the drums in later?
Well, or something. They're not really drums on the original one.
Fuck that. Whatever
Alright.
you play live, just do that. Just play
Alright.
the song exactly the way we've
We're
been
just gonna
playing
do
for
a
the last
half track.
4 years.
and
You know, we don't have time to like
Okay.
do that. I'm sorry.
To rehearse them.
Good luck on this tape, Scott. I know you're gonna get it.
Good luck to you.
Best drummer we have. Good luck to you.
Where's the little hand?
Turn the high end all the way out. Treble.
I know what high end means, Drew. I could play.
I mean,
Just play it the
hopefully
way-
we're not
we'll
gonna
try
be
it,
destroyed by not playing it together.
All right.
Let's just try it. You got the sound? You ready to go? Let's just do it and see what happens.
Just a little more, she'd have been a homer. Just a little more, she'd have been a homer. Just a little more, she'd have been a homer. Just a little more, and she'd have been. When my daddy met Johnny Duke, he said, man, you're too good for Baltimore. And one of the greats, that's the one who waits. So meet me later at the locker room door. Meet me later at the locker room door. Meet me later at the locker room door. Meet me later, whoa, at the locker room door. Meet me later at the locker room door. Meet me later, whoa, at the locker room door. Just a little more, she'd have been a homer. With just a little more, she'd have been a homer. With just a little more, she'd have been a homer. With just a little more.
What else is there in it? You know, what else is there but to feel like, you know, you're doing something that means something?
I've certainly never lost faith in the music. If I ever had faith in the music business, I mean, it's an odd thing to have faith in, and I don't think I have any faith in that because it's business, and beyond that, it's corporate business, which I don't understand. I guess some people get bitter, but I don't think I'm bitter at all because the music, I'm really proud of the music. The music business, I could care less.
say